Hey, Viking fans. The news of our death is greatly exaggerated. Let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings playing the San Francisco 49ers. I don't have an intro. I'm freeballing it today. Let's go. Let's go. Skull Vikings. I'm going to talk about the Minnesota Vikings versus the San Francisco 49ers and how we are not dead. Daniil Hunter is not traded before game time, no matter how much is offered. Well, that's probably not true. If they gave us like 3 firsts or 2 firsts or whatever, they probably would say, don't suit up. But that our death is greatly exaggerated. Immortal words of Mark Twain. He lives. Let's go. The Vikings live too. But hey, before I continue, make sure you Hulk smash the YouTube algorithms by Hulk smashing the like button. Make sure you go to subscribe, click the turn on notifications button if you haven't already. Let's get more Vikings content out there, not less content. And while you're at it, give me a score prediction down in the comments. What that does, my friend, it gets you in our contest. Here we go. Justin Jefferson at 3,000 subs. All you have to do is give me a score prediction in the comments, and you are entered to be one of the winners. 3,000 subscribers. All you got to do is be subscribed to Minnesota Sports Talk, Purple and Gold for Days, and GG Sports Podcast. Let's go. Let's go. I got the schedule here. We play San Francisco. They're coming off a loss. They showed their colors. They lost to they should have been dominant against Cleveland Browns, right? They should have been dominant. They're healthy. They got a couple guys hurt during the game, but it came down to them missing a kick to lose the game. Missing a kick to lose the game. Brock Purdy, 112 yards, 12 for like 30, I don't know, 28 passing. Showed his spots. So how do we take advantage of that? We were just given the blueprint. We were just given the blueprint of how to beat San Francisco. We're going to talk about injury report on both sides of the game. We're going to talk about the Vikings' chances for the playoffs. We do that on this channel. We're not trading players before the deadline on this channel. We're going to talk about how to beat the San Francisco 49ers. I took my kid to the NASCAR race down at Homestead last night. I'm decked out in Vikings stuff. I had 2 dudes come up to me and says, "I hope you lose tomorrow night." And I'm like, "Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you. Nice to meet you." Yeah, they were San Francisco fans, but I had just as many people giving me fist bumps or yelling "Skull" to me down in Homestead, south of Miami. That's how far it was. You have to go to get to Homestead for the I guess it's called the playoffs now, not the chase. I don't know. But anyways, we went there. It was awesome. I'm excited. It was all about America down there. We got flags, we got things flying over, we got jets flying overhead. It gets me pumped to talk about the Minnesota Vikings and what it's going to be like. It's going to be a playoff atmosphere. It's going to be Monday night. It's going to be the Minnesota Vikings at home, not wanting to lose 4 home games in a row this season. We're a cornered rat right now. We are going to fight. Let's go. There's no place to go but out, man. Our back's against the wall. Let's go. Now, against popular opinion, every week you hear we're done. That if we lose this game, we're out. Okay, if we lose this game, we're 2-5. So if you look at the schedule here, you got San Francisco, then you got Green Bay, who just lost to the Broncos. All right, Broncos are bad. Guess who's worse? The Packers. All right, so we got to play the Packers, win. That would put us at 3-5 before the trade deadline. Do you trade off our team at 3-5 knowing the next 4 games? The Falcons barely beat. What do we got here? Barely beat the Buccaneers 16-13. We are as good, if definitely, I think, better than these 2 teams. So Falcons win. Now we're 4-5. What? 4-5, and then we got the Saints, who have regressed. Who'd they lose to? I think they lost to somebody. Saints, they lost to the Jaguars 31-24. So, well, that was a little easier. Probably out of this is probably our toughest game. We go 5-5. Denver, terrible. 6-5. Bears 7-5. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? We get Saints game. We get Justin Jefferson back. Hopefully, get me through these 3 games. 2-1, 3-0, preferably. If we win the next 3 games before Justin Jefferson's back, we're 5-4, 6-4, 7-4, 8-4. This can happen. What? Oh, Dave, what makes you think? Because we won 7 in a row last year, we can win 7 in a row this year. Why not? Why not? Hey, Dave, I get often asked this question. What evidence shows you we could do anything? All right. We would have won those games if it wasn't for turnovers. We have stopped turning the ball over. We have started turning the ball or getting the other team to turn the ball over. By the way, I got a new camera, so I'm getting used to that. It's like it's an autofocus camera. This sucker's boom, 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 in and out. So hopefully I get that figured out. But hey, what has showed me this? The Eagles are still a dominant team. We outplayed them if it wasn't for 4 turnovers. It took 4 turnovers for the Eagles to beat us. That's how much they needed those turnovers to beat us at home. They were at home, and we almost beat them on Thursday night. 306 yards from Kirk Cousins, 4 touchdowns. If it wasn't for turnovers, we win that game. Oh, what about the running game? Well, the running game. Okay, there's certain games like the Chiefs where we don't give up 60 yards. And then there's game plans like the Bears where we give up 160 because of running quarterbacks. We give up 260 against the Eagles, but they barely did anything in the air, and they had the turnovers and more possessions. Well, we had longer drives than we could have. We could have had more time of possession. Yeah, we're 32nd time of possession, all because of the freaking turnovers. We don't have those turnovers. We're mid-pack. We're going to be mid-pack. We won't be playing from behind. We won't be throwing the ball all the time. Well, we'd have been mid-pack if it wasn't for turnovers. And our defensive game plan of worrying about the pass and not the run. That has been game planned. So I give a lot of fault to that. I might be Pollyanna or purple Kool-Aid about this, but our defense is playing so much better the last 3 games. We got it figured out. We're playing aggressive. This whole idea that the Vikings are soft now, we did not look soft against the last 3 games on defense. We didn't. If you say otherwise, you're still thinking of the first 3 games. You're still thinking of last year. We're the 15th ranked defense in the league, but they was against 2 really bad teams. No, it was against 3 teams. The Chiefs are a good team. We held them to like 330 yards. 330 yards, the Chiefs. So there you have it. The Vikings have a shot. This is their schedule. These are a lot of wins in there, man. This is a lot of wins in there. But Dave, we were just gonna make the playoffs and lose. Who says? We'll get Justin Jefferson back. Our defense is better. Our offensive line's playing better. We may not have enough time. If we lose 2 of these games, we may not have enough runway to make the playoffs. It just may not happen. We got to live with that. But hey, I'm going down fighting. Are you going down fighting? I know the Vikings are going down fighting. These guys don't want to lose. These guys don't have leaders. They got plenty of leaders. They may not have the leaders you want to see on loud on the sideline or making all this noise on the sideline. But what they do have is guys that play hard, lead by example. You see Jordan Hicks out there, Danielle Hunter, Harrison Smith, Kirk Cousins, all doing their job. Guys on special teams, there's leaders out there. They're giving captain badges for a reason, because a lot of them were unanimous captains. Jordan Hicks was unanimous. Kirk Cousins was unanimous. I don't know about the others, but those are the ones that have been said in public. Minnesota Vikings death has been greatly exaggerated. Let's go. Let's talk about injuries. Let's start with Minnesota Vikings. Ezra Cleveland out. Dalton Reisner is good. This is an actual upgrade. Cleveland has been playing good, but pass protection for Dalton Reisner is outstanding. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Evans is out. Hey, I've said this. There is not that big a difference between Andrew Jr., Blackman, and Evans. We did not lose anything here, even though Evans played really well this last week. Why? Because Andrew Jr. got 20-some snaps, and he was nipping on his heels, and he had to play good. He gets hurt. He's out. Okay. Pat Jones II has not shown us anything this year. We may not miss him, but that unfortunate depth is an issue at defensive line or outside linebacker. Not too worried of the situation. Davenport's on the IR. He's not on this list, but that hurts worse than Patrick Jones II. But I am impressed with the way our defense corner, Brian Flores, has dialed up pressure. He'll do it again. Jalen Naylor out. I so wanted to see him play. What an opportunity, but I think he'll be back next week showing us what he can do. I'm ready for the Jalen Naylor show. You know me. I'm excited about that. Here's the important one. This is the injury list of the 49ers. Christian McCaffrey's questionable. He's playing with an injury. He's probably going to get shot up. It's a oblique injury. McCaffrey is not going to be 100%. If anybody I would want out of these three guys, it's probably him. But look for short passes, dump offs. This is West Coast offense, timing patterns. We may not get to them. We may have a different game plan. We may not blitz as much as these guys. Brock Purdy is going to be looking to get rid of the ball fast, and we got to adjust. And I think Brian Flores is smart enough to do that. And I think he did do that against the Chiefs. I think he dialed down the blitz a little bit against the Chiefs and let Patrick Mahomes make mistakes. And he did in that game. He got bailed out. All the time. But hey, big blow. Trent Williams, doubtful. That's like 75% sure he's not playing type of thing. So Trent Williams, that helps us in plenty of reasons. The run game, sure, pass protection to get rid of the ball quick, whatever. But hey, that helps us in the run game. Our defense adjusts. There's games we give up 60 yards, we give up 270. But we are not last in the league in giving up rushing yards. So Trent Williams being out, and then Dre Greenlaw is out or is questionable. But as far as that goes, Minnesota Vikings, man, this helps us. Deebo Samuel being out is just one less weapon. They got another good receiver. But hey, this helps. Let's dial down the blitz. Let's make their quarterback beat us. Let's make the Mr. Irrelevant beat us. He is not a world beater. The league can figure out a dude with average arm strength. They can figure out a guy with average arm strength. He makes good decisions. Let's make him make bad decisions. Let's defend the pass so well that we get to him because he has nobody to throw to. Let's cut off the short passes. Let's jump routes. Let's take chances. Let's cause turnovers. That is Brian Flores. Let's get after it. And here, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about the NFC standings. Eagles are out there to let them win every game. You know who's 1-2 in the conference? The Cowboys. We're 2-2 in the conference. Washington Commanders 2-3. 2-3 the New York Giants. We win one more game. We already got tiebreakers. Well, potential tiebreakers happening here. 2-2. Detroit Lions just lost a horrible defeat to the Ravens, 38-6. They were world beaters, I thought. No, they got just crushed. You know who hasn't got crushed this year? The Minnesota Vikings haven't been crushed this year by anybody. We're 2-4. Only reason we're that way is because of turnovers. We have fixed that problem, apparently. And now we got Green Bay Packers are 2-2 in conference, or 2-4 in the season. They already had their bye. The Bears are 1-3 in the conference, 2-5 in the division, or 2-5 in the league. Now you go to the NFC South, which is known to be a weak division. Is it weaker than ours? I don't know. I think it is. I think Lions and Vikings are better than these teams. The Falcons are 3-2 in conference. Hey, we'll be 3-2 in conference here, and we'll be getting closer to 500. They're probably going to win the division, or the Buccaneers, or one of those teams are. We just got to be better than one of them. And right now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 3-3. They got the tiebreaker against us. They're the only ones that really have an advantage against us right now, except for the Eagles, and they're just too far ahead to catch. New York, the Saints 1-2. All right, in conference, 0-5 Carolina Panthers, and we beat them. Seattle Seahawks 4-1. Now here's two teams that it's going to be a little rough against. 4-0, 4-1. Those are playoff implications. We're looking at the conference, 5-1 in the league, 4-2 in the league. Then you got the Rams, 2-2. We're 2-2. They're 3-4. We win. We're 3-4. Cardinals 1-5 in conference, 1-6 in league. As you see, we are not out of it, especially if we win. And if we lose, we're 2-3 amongst other teams in the conference. We're right there with the NFC. It's almost like the AFC is better than the NFC. But guess what? You do not have to beat any AFC teams in the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. Yes, I said Super Bowl. Your goal is the Super Bowl. And how do you get there? By at least making the playoffs. So you just got to beat the NFC teams to get to the Super Bowl. So beat 2 NFC teams. Let's do it. Or 3. Let's go. Now, you know what the Lions loss did? It put us a chance of getting 2 games away from them. Anytime you're 2 games away and you got 2 games against that team, you now have a chance to win the division. All you have to do is stay within 2 games. The last 3 games of the season are Lions, Packers, Lions. Lions, Packers, Lions. You win those 3 games, and if you're 2 games away from the Lions, and you're 3 games out, and you play the Lions twice, you have a chance to win the division. Come on, guys. Get some optimism. Let's go. Make sure you put your score prediction down below. Enter to win a Justin Jefferson autographed jersey. Let's go. Let's go. Barely any production value today. I'm ready. Skull Vikings. Let's beat the San Francisco 49ers tonight. Let's go.